Hey, so I'm going for another walk and talk and taking a little bit of a risk today because I don't know if you can tell from the clouds or not, but they're calling for a lot of rain. But the temperature today is just so nice that I just couldn't pass up going for a walk. It's like perfect 70, 72 degrees right now. And I went for a small walk earlier, but I didn't get a chance to talk. So thought I'd take out the camera, do another walk and talk. Just to clear my head, talk about a few things that have been kind of going on both on the channel and in real life. Yesterday, of course, was Easter, and I'm a pastor, so that was a big day in the life of our church. A lot of people, a lot of guests, which is always good to see. But the day after Easter kind of reminds me that it's kind of like the post-holiday blues in a ways for a lot of people, where you have this massive high, and then coming down from the holidays, you remember that life isn't always the highs, but there's also the lows. And not that I'm experiencing a low right now, but just the reminder that next Sunday isn't going to be as high as yesterday was, if that makes sense. And that's okay. But we would love to see, always be growing and that kind of thing. But so I'm dealing with that. So I thought I'd just walk a little bit and talk about clearing my head, clearing your head. I kind of wondered too, like what are the things that you do to clear your head when you're just needing to get stuff off your chest, or maybe just whether it's going for a walk or taking a nap or getting some rest. What are the ways that you find are most helpful to clear your head? That's always an important thing to do. For me lately, of course, it's going on these walks. And one of the things that others have asked in the comments a lot lately is, they said that, well, we don't mind seeing you go for walks. Of course, we used to go for walks a lot with the family, and but there's a lot of people asking in the comments, when are you going to show your kids more? When are you going to show Raylan more? When are you going to show your family more? And like I said lately, I'm not opposed to showing my family, but just right now, I'm more focused on mental health and my own personal health, and trying to tell that story. So it's not that you'll never see my family on this channel again. That's just not the focus right now. In fact, we did go for a walk. Was it yesterday? Yesterday was nice weather too. Just going for a walk, just hanging out with the family, experiencing the nice weather. We actually took some family photos outside yesterday too. So certainly not opposed to showing these kinds of things. But in terms of the stories that are going to be told on this channel, at least for now, I don't know about the future, but I just need to focus on what I've been going through. And like I said not too long ago, sometimes I feel like I've made my life all about telling other people's stories, which in a way is good, because I feel like there's so many stories out there to tell, whether my daughter's story or stories at church and things. And it's good to be humble enough to say, life is not all about me. Like, if I made life all about me, I think that'd be a very selfish attitude. And so I'm glad that this YouTube channel was kind of founded on telling my daughter's story, Raylan's story. And yet I feel like right now, at least, I think it's been good for me to just talk about all of the things that I've been going through as well. And not that I'm experiencing anything that's all that traumatic or dramatic, but just kind of clearing my head, speaking the things that are on my mind, on my heart. And it's been therapeutic for me just to go on these walks and talks. And it's also been good for my health, not just mental health, but physical health. As I've been walking more, because the weather's been super nice, I've been noticing the difference, both how I feel and also the number on the scale, which, like I said, I don't really care about the number on the scale so much, but it is a representative of how my health is doing in general, in terms of, am I, within a healthy range, I suppose, of where I ought to be. And it's been going down. So I was at 221 or 222, and now I'm at 216, which is not bad. I actually started a diet game challenge, nothing official, but just in terms of this is what my wife and I came up with for me. for every pound that I lose, I'm allowed to make up to 5 videos that I upload on YouTube. Now, at first I thought that that was pretty generous. In fact, right now, I'm way ahead of the game there. I've lost, I think, 5 pounds total since I started this challenge, and I have not made that very many videos. But eventually, it will get harder. Like, once I get to the point that I can't physically lose a pound very often, then I'm going to be relying on all these videos that I've banked over time to keep on uploading things, because I enjoy doing it. But the pounds aren't going to shed quite as fast as when they started. And anybody who's tried to lose weight can attest to the same thing, I'm sure. Like, at first, when you first start, really focusing on losing weight or dieting or exercise or whatever it is, those first few pounds come off pretty easily, oftentimes, just because you're more focused on, well, one, you're more committed at the first, so you start kind of, you charge through and do it as hard as you can at first. That kind of wanes a little bit over time, that kind of commitment does. But also just because there's something called water weight. So obviously I'm staying hydrated, I'm not trying to lose water weight and that kind of thing, but as you just begin to exercise, that naturally your body weight fluctuates a little bit. A lot of times that's just your water weight kind of fluctuates with that. So that's where I am right now. I've banked a whole bunch of videos that I can make, and but I am losing weight, which is good. So, and I think this is, as far as all of the different things that I've tried over the years to lose a little bit of weight, and obviously I've only been doing this for about a week so far, but this really does seem like one of the most motivating things for me. I mean, I love uploading videos to YouTube, so I think that this could be a challenge, even a very good motivating challenge for me. I've done all kinds of things when it comes to trying to lose weight in the past, and some of them have worked. At one point, I was running pretty much every day, and this was years ago, but through walking and running every day, I lost, at one point, about 25 or 30 pounds, and I was down to a good, decently healthy weight. I think I might have still been in the overweight category officially, but I felt pretty good, and I was pretty happy with it. Of course, when I stopped walking and started eating more, all that weight came back. But right now, I'm focusing not so much on losing weight as I am just trying to be healthy, and that's more sustainable over time, rather than trying to lose weight as fast as you can, which isn't sustainable forever, because eventually you are going to stop exercising quite so much, sometimes just because you don't have the time to do so. And sometimes if you tell yourself, hey, I'm going to diet really extreme now, obviously you can't always diet really extreme. And when you come off of that extreme diet, you naturally start eating more, and even eating the junk foods that you deprived yourself of while you were on extreme dieting. So I'm not really trying to do any of that this time around. I'm just seeking to be healthy, which means going for walks. I'm not doing any kind of extreme exercise right now. It means just eating a healthy portion of food. So I'm eating 3 meals a day, even a couple snacks a day, but limiting my portion size. So whereas typically I love to eat dinner and then second dinner and maybe even a late night snack and dessert on top of that, eating like a big portion of meal for each meal, and those kinds of things, I'm limiting myself to a reasonable sized lunch, reasonable sized dinner, reasonable breakfast, of course. And a part of me says, can I sustain this long term? Well, the answer is hopefully. Hopefully after I meet my goals, I'm at a healthy place in terms of my weight, I can say, I've been am I eating as much as I want? Well, I can eat and eat and eat myself. I wouldn't eat myself, but you know what I'm saying? I could keep on eating. I'm like a bottomless pit when it comes to food. And yet I think what I've been doing lately has been fairly satisfying in terms of my diet, because I'm not depriving myself. I'm not, like going some crazy extreme that I can't maintain long term. I'm eating a balanced diet. I'm eating a sustainable amount of calories, and paired with walking and just being more cognizant of all these things. I think and I hope that that's sustainable. So that's my goal anyway. We're seeing how it goes, and we'll see how it goes in the coming months. My goal is actually to maintain this for about 3 months altogether. I read somewhere, and of course there's the whole like, you know, do something for 21 days and you formed a habit. And so that certainly 21 days is part of 90 days, part of the 3-month challenge. And hopefully that it becomes easier and easier as I've maintained these habits for that long. But somebody said, if you can commit to something for 3 months, which is a long time, 90 days, then not only have you formed habits that are sustainable long-term, but you've also formed a lifestyle, which of course our lifestyle is formed of our habits. So that's my goal right now, 90 days. And if I can do that, then I really think that it can be part of my lifestyle at that point. That it's not just a one and done. I've done that, and now I can go back to my old lifestyle of overeating and being sedentary in my exercise and habits and things. But if I can truly incorporate these habits and be healthy and make that a lifestyle, I think that's going to be a great thing, both for my mental health and also physical health. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm focusing on these kinds of things, but I'm truly curious. What kinds of things are helpful to you to clear your head, to focus on your health? What are some of the most important things for you to make sure that you do? Maybe not every day, but you know, often in your life, so that you know that you're on the right track as far as your health. I would love to hear about that. Tell me in a comment, and I'll see you again next time. God bless. Take care.